This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good evening, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for August 16, 2023. And in the news this evening, St. Mary man allegedly slashed his own throat. The St. Mary police are investigating the alleged suicide of a man whose family members allege that he slashed his throat after a week of behaving strangely. Dead is 51-year-old Carl Palmer, a laborer who lived in Esher Gully in the parish. Relatives told the news that Palmer began cutting himself with a cutlass and a knife when he returned home from work on Tuesday. His common-law wife, 62-year-old domestic helper, Jennifer Beavers, said she pleaded with him to stop, but he ignored her and set fire to a curtain inside the house. Beavers reportedly called for help, and the neighbors assisted in extinguishing the fire and called the police. Upon their arrival, Palmer was seen near his bed with what appeared to be a wound to his throat. He was taken to the Port Maria Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. According to Beavers, last week Palmer threatened to kill himself and began destroying items in the house, but nothing was done to get him help. It is a decision, she said, that she now regrets. U.S. resident dies after crashing into an ambulance in St. Ann. A 32-year-old United States resident died after his motor vehicle collided with an ambulance on Queens Road, Discovery Bay in St. Ann on Tuesday. He has been identified as Gerald Donato of Dallas, Texas. Reports from the Discovery Bay police are that about 5:15 p.m., Donato was driving his Mazda Demio motor car from the direction of Montego Bay, St. James. On reaching a section of the roadway, he collided with an ambulance that was traveling in the opposite direction. The police were alerted and both drivers were transported to a hospital where Donato was pronounced dead. Motorcyclist dies following porous crash. A motorcyclist has died as a result of injuries he sustained in a crash on the porous main road in Manchester on Tuesday night. Police named the deceased as Devon Stevenson, 52, a resident of Lincoln District, near Hatfield in the parish. A police report said that about 7:45 p.m., Stevenson was riding a motorcycle eastwards towards Williamsfield when he collided with a Toyota Probox at the intersection of Porous Main Road and the Trinity Road. The car was reportedly exiting a minor road when the crash happened. Stevenson sustained a serious injury and was rushed to hospital, where he was pronounced dead. A senior police source said the driver of the motor car has been warned for prosecution. Businessman charged for allegedly pulling gun on mother and a child during argument. St. Catherine businessman Kenrick Ferguson has been charged for allegedly pulling his licensed firearm on a woman and her 10-year-old son during an argument involving the adults. Ferguson, 51, of Glengough, is charged with assault at common law, using a firearm to commit a felony, unauthorized use of a firearm, and malicious destruction of property. The police say the incident happened on Saturday, August 12, in the community of Miss Patch. Reports from the Linstead police are that between Friday, August 11 and Saturday, August 12, Ferguson, who is a licensed firearm holder, and the complainant had a dispute. During the fracas, he allegedly used his firearm to threaten her as well as her 10-year-old son. He then proceeded to damage the complainant's Toyota Corolla motor car, according to the police. The police were summoned and Ferguson was arrested. He was later charged. His court date is not yet finalized. Fire Brigade Assistant Commissioner charged for alleged attempted rape of 14-year-old. Assistant Commissioner with the Jamaica Fire Brigade, Floyd McLean, has been charged for the alleged attempted rape and the sexual touching of a 14-year-old girl who was volunteering at the Montego Bay Fire Department in St. James. McLean, who has responsibility for the brigade's Region 4, was charged this afternoon by the St. James Police. McLean was arrested yesterday after the minor made a report to the police's Center for Investigation of Sexual Offenses and Child Abuse. The teen girl was on voluntary service at the fire department when she was allegedly molested by McLean. He joined the brigade 33 years ago and was promoted to senior management 3 years ago. Pope Paul charged with murder after allegedly stabbing man with a log. A 31-year-old farmer has been slapped with a murder charge after he reportedly stabbed a man in his chest with a log during a dispute in Georges Valley, St. James last Friday. Charged is Jason Jarrett, otherwise called Pope Paul, of a Georges Valley address in the parish. The victim is 66-year-old Hector Woolery, a plumber from the same community. Reports from the Maroontown police are that about 4 p.m., Woolery and Jarrett had an argument which escalated. Woolery allegedly used a piece of log to attack Jarrett, which resulted in him stabbing Woolery in the left side of the chest. The police were summoned and Woolery was assisted to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Jarrett was taken into custody and later charged on Tuesday, August 15, following a question and answer interview in the presence of his attorney. Government not commenting on Integrity Commission matters. Cabinet has decided not to comment on any matter involving the Integrity Commission. The announcement was made at a post-cabinet briefing today by a minister without a portfolio in the office of the Prime Minister Robert Morgan. Morgan was addressing a reporter's question about whether he or the other cabinet ministers present at the briefing, Dr. Christopher Tufton and Pernell Charles Jr., had been contacted by the Integrity Commission. The Integrity Commission is currently investigating 6 parliamentarians for illicit enrichment. An official of the commission confirmed that the politicians have been informed of the investigation. "We will not comment on Integrity Commission matters," Morgan said. He emphasized that the commission is an independent organization responsible for conducting its investigations and that it was a government decision not to publicly discuss Integrity Commission-related issues. When prompted to allow Charles Jr. and Dr. Tufton to confirm or deny their involvement, Morgan reiterated the Cabinet's policy position. "We do not comment on the Integrity Commission. We do not comment on a creature of Parliament overseen by Parliament as a cabinet ministers and government members," he insisted. When the reporter told Morgan that Jamaicans would want to know if they had been contacted, Morgan quickly responded, "No, you want to know." He continued, "We have taken a decision months ago that government members will not comment on Integrity Commission matters in the public domain. There's a policy decision that we do not comment on the Integrity Commission. We do not comment on a creature of Parliament that is overseen by Parliament as a cabinet members and the government members. Thank you very much," he concluded. On Sunday, Opposition People's National Party Senator Donna Scott Motley said that Prime Minister Andrew Holness must tell the country who the individuals are once an answer can be provided to whether any of those being probed sit on the Joint Select Committee reviewing the Integrity Commission Act or the Parliamentary Oversight Committee for the Commission. If the answer to any of those is yes, the Prime Minister has a duty to tell the country who they are. Tell the country who are the 6 persons who are being investigated for illicit enrichment in the Parliament, she instructed firmly. There are 63 members of Parliament and the 21 senators, and the 6 people should not impugn the integrity of all of us, declared Scott Motley at the PNP's St. James's Southern Constituency Conference held at Anchovy High School in the parish. Scott Motley said she has not been contacted by the Commission as part of their illicit enrichment probe, and also vowed for her Senate colleagues Gabriel Morris and Peter Bunting. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.